Pakistan summons U.S. ambassador after Trump's angry tweet. Islamabad Reuters. Pakistan summoned the U.S. ambassador in protest against U.S. President Donald Trump's angry tweet about Pakistan's lies and deceit, while Foreign Minister Khawaja Asif dismissed the outburst as a political stunt. David Hale was summoned by the Pakistan Foreign Office on Monday to explain Trump's tweet, media said. A spokesperson for the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad confirmed the meeting took place, sponsored in a withering attack. Trump on Monday said the United States has foolishly handed Pakistan more than 33 billion in aid in the last 15 years and had been rewarded with nothing but lies and deceit. They give safe haven to the terrorists we hunt in Afghanistan, with little help. No more, Trump wrote on Twitter. Pakistan Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi on Tuesday will chair a cabinet meeting that will focus on Trump's tweet, while on Wednesday the country's top civilian and military chiefs will meet to discuss deteriorating U.S. ties. Relations between United States and its uneasy ally Pakistan have been strained for many years over Islamabad's alleged support for Haqqani network militants, who are allied with the Afghan Taliban. Washington has signaled to Pakistan that it would cut aid and enact other punitive measures if Islamabad did not stop helping or turning a blind eye to the Haqqani network militants who carry out cross-border attacks in Afghanistan. Islamabad bristles at the suggestion it is not doing enough in the war against militancy, saying that since 2001, Pakistan has suffered more than the United States from militancy as casualties at the hands of Islamists number in the tens of thousands. Pakistani Foreign Minister Khawaja dismissed Trump's comments as a political stunt born out of frustration over U.S. failures in Afghanistan, where Afghan Taliban militants have been gaining territory and carrying out major attacks. He has tweeted against us Pakistan and Iran for his domestic consumption, Asif told Geo TV on Monday. He is again and again displacing his frustrations on Pakistan over failures in Afghanistan as they are trapped in dead-end street in Afghanistan. Asif added that Pakistan did not need U.S. aid. A U.S. National Security Council official on Monday said the White House did not plan to send 255 million in aid to Pakistan at this time and said the administration continues to review Pakistan's level of cooperation. In August, the administration had said it was delaying the payment. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. Remarks triggered a series of high-level diplomatic meetings in the U.S. and Pakistan, but Islamabad has given few signs of concessions. The Trump administration told Congress in August it was weighing whether to withhold 255 million, about 212 million euros in earmarked aid to Islamabad over its failure to crack down more effectively on terror groups in Pakistan. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. Very terrorists that we are fighting, but that will have to change, and that will change immediately. No partnership can survive a country's harboring of militants and terrorists who target U.S. service members and officials. It is time for Pakistan to demonstrate its commitment to civilization, order, and to peace, he had said earlier. But, as expected, Pakistan, with China by its side, cared little. Trump's New Year tweet and the ensuing 225 billion reduction in aid to Islamabad was very much on the cards. Interestingly, Pakistan was ranked the 10th most failed state in the world by Foreign Policy magazine in 2010, but the US, China and Saudi Arabia wouldn't let it sink even though Pakistan is the world's largest incubator of terrorism. More significantly, the entry of the People's Liberation Army PLA in Pakistan and the CPEC has also added to the geopolitical complexities of the region. The U.S. would also worry about the strategic ambitions of China, both in the Indian Ocean region and also in Afghanistan. The emergence of some 10,000 Islamic State fighters will fuel the boiling pot further. Pakistan's military continues to ride the terror tiger in sync with multiple terrorist organizations running their private armies with support from IC, and tacitly from China. It's because of this that a radical mullah like Hafiz Saeed has been let loose. Recently, on November 26, 2017, the Pakistan government, on behalf of the country's military, abjectly surrendered to protesters in Faizabad through a 6-point agreement. The violence in Balochistan has gone up exponentially, with increased casualties being inflicted on the native population by the Pakistan Army. But despite the genocide being carried out, China gifted helicopter gunships to Pakistan, which the latter used extensively in Balochistan. Already, French and Algerian origin Islamic State cadre from Syria are confirmed to be fighting in Afghanistan. Some 10,000 Islamic State cadre have reportedly surfaced in Afghanistan, and Russia has beefed up its strength in Tajikistan with tanks and armored carriers under the CSTO agreement. As more cadres head to the AfPak region, the terrorists would attempt to target South Asia next. To India's east, Pakistani national Ata-Ullah heads the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army (ARSA) in Myanmar, which is also actively supported by Pakistan's IC and terrorist organizations like the Lashkar-e-Taiba. As per recent reports, Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar, a leader of UN-designated terrorist group Jaish-e-Mohammed, have joined hands to target India. China's malevolent intentions and double standards towards terrorism have been amply visible by it repeatedly vetoing the move to designate Masood Azhar as a terrorist at the United Nations. Pakistan will face a terror backlash, without doubt, but the stranglehold the military has over the country is growing stronger by the day. It has now infiltrated every sector of the country, both government and non-government. In order to retain this power and money, the military ensures that Pakistan continues its state policy of terror against neighbors India and Afghanistan. With its strategic ambitions, China will play the binding factor for Pakistan even as it practically absorbs the latter as its own province. At the same time, the argument for fragmenting Pakistan has been on the Western table since the country's birth in 1947. The most popular approach seems to be to let Afghanistan absorb Pakistan's northwest frontier province NWFP and federally administered tribal areas FATA, which would also unite Pashtun tribes, as mentioned by Michael Hughes. What the future holds for the region is anybody's guess, but the Durrand line imposed by the British and not recognized by Afghanistan is likely to see more violence on both sides. Plans to link CPEC to Afghanistan will also attract more terror and violence. President Trump's New Year tweet indirectly places Pakistan in the category of a terrorist state. It is unlikely that India will designate Pakistan a terrorist state when it has not even withdrawn the most favored nation status given several years ago. But India must focus on the fact that the Pakistani military will up the ante of terror attacks on India to divert attention from the country's internal happenings. This is a war India must be fully prepared for, not only defensively but also taking into enemy territory. The author is a retired Lieutenant General of the Indian Army. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here.